Sup nerds, got a quick review up for you. Last time I told you that sometimes you gotta go with the B-listers, and here I go reviewing a comic of a total D-lister, and even that's generous. This is America Chavez, Made in the USA, issue 2. I actually got this comic for my wife. I'm getting her this series. I have the impossible task of getting her into comics. I'm actually trying to get a lot of my friends into comics, and this is the one. She's enjoying this. I'm a little more critical, so I'm going to get right into it. It's got fantastic art by Carlos Gomez, who's really known for drawing the women to look incredibly beautiful. And then we got Kalinda Vasquez, who I never heard of before. Just found out that she's actually a screenwriter from Hollywood. I IMDb'd her, and she's written the Hulu Runaways series. She's done episodes of Prison Break, and it looks like Star Trek Discovery, stuff like that. So that doesn't mean she's automatically better than a comic book writer, but it does come with a certain level of professionalism that will hopefully really help this book. Like, she wants this to be a success. Keep in mind, this series was written a year ago and got delayed very much so by the coronavirus coming out. And so yeah, we'll see how this is. The last time I really liked a miniseries that a Hollywood writer came over to do was that Gomorrah series from quite a few years ago now. That really got me to fall in love with Marco Cicchetto's art, but it was written by Nicole Perlman, who wrote the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie with James Gunn. That series was fantastic, so I'll be comparing this to that a lot. Hopefully it's really good. And yeah, this issue, it's got a lot of flashbacks, really good job drawing kids. That's not something a lot of artists know how to do. They get into it for drawing, really buffed out dudes, really gorgeous women, and then when they're tasked with drawing a kid, or God forbid a baby, the proportions are all wrong. But pretty much you make the head big and that sort of stuff. I make it sound easy, but it's not. But good job drawing kids. You got a flashback of her when she's a small child punching out her bully who made fun of her family tree picture, which here it is. Good job of making it look like a little kid drew it. And then we're jumping back into the present day. Now, she teamed up with Spider-Man to take down this burning building problem. And you got all these police and firemen over here, all these authorities, and then these two looters are dumb enough to be robbing a bodega nearby. It's like they're the worst. But anyway, this made me laugh with Spider-Man. She's from a different universe called the Utopian Parallel. He refers to it as the Parallel Utopian. And then later, after she corrects him on it, he mispronounces it even worse as the parallelogram, and that kind of made me laugh because it's like he was mispronouncing it on purpose at that point. But there's this part here where she calls Spider-Man a dummy. Right here, you dummy. And I'm like, geez, more with the disrespect against Spider-Man. That's not Kalinda Vasquez. That's not what you do when you get into Marvel. It's like she had the right idea, like, oh, I want to write Spider-Man. I'm going to team her up with Spider-Man. And but then she just continues to disrespect him. That really bugs me, especially later here after they defeat the looters. Really good art right here by Carlos Gomez. He's being super ultra polite to her, even though she's kind of a bitch. So he tells her to go check up on her family. That's what she does. Get another flashback of her when she's a little girl. Again, therapist is pretty much given the usual, hey, she has quite an imagination. Then she sees a little bird in the window, and that's what activates her ability to fly. At first I was like, that's lame, but then I remembered about Superman. I think the two guys that made this character a few years ago probably were taking some Superman inspiration, and I remembered that Superman came and he was a toddler, and he pretty much immediately picked up a car that Pa Kent was, I think, changing the tire to. So after I remembered that, I was like, okay, I'll allow that. And get a little family reunion. She's not on very good terms with her mom. Makes things kind of awkward really quick. Another flashback of when she looks like a preteen. Thwarts a crime really fast. Really good kinetic art right here by Carlos Gomez, and then gets busted by a cop. And she's going around back in the present day. Apparently that bodega that those looters were in is the family bodega ran by the Santanas, the family that raised her. Does some quick detective work and finds the bad guy who started the fire and is targeting America Chavez's family. And jumps back to after that cop kind of busted her for thwarting a crime, I guess. And You know, she's getting a little. She really idolizes her moms. She's got two moms back in where she's from. She wants to be a superhero like them. She wants to use her powers for good. So her heart's in the right place, but she's just kind of acting a little selfish. Jumps back into the present day. See Kate Bishop again. Kate Bishop was in the first issue, so now that's 2 for 2. We've seen the two superheroes that she teamed up with last issue once again in this one. Get some food humor here for you. Interrupts what conversation they were having with this. Holy cow, the salsa nuclear habanero is right. And I'm like, Kalinda Vasquez, it's not what you do immediately in a comic. You use food humor. You read any comic by Kelly Thompson or something, there's food humor. So I'm not about that. No one finds that funny. And it's just kind of it's a trope these days. So really annoying. Really good kind of shot, kind of angled upwards at America Chavez right there. Fantastic art. Another flashback of when she's probably a teenager. Missed her brother's or her sister-in-law's baby shower. Family starts ripping into her. Now that she's a teenager, she's much more emotional. I said it last review, I'll say it again. Marv Wolfman has got to be the one to write this stuff. But it was still done really well. She pretty much swears off the name Santana, and she'll go by America Chavez like her two moms. Kind of weird that she's a Latina girl that was from a different universe with seemingly the same races, same languages, same cultures as this universe. And that she was conveniently raised by a Latino family, but whatever. I think this writer, Kalinda Vasquez, is really trying to do her part to clean up this character's continuity. There's the bad guy, quick chase ensues, find out the bad guy can fly, and then her powers fail her right here. Calf muscle looks a little deformed right there. Then they land on this island, and looks like she gets force lightninged, or the bad guy presses this button and zaps her. You get this cliffhanger ending. Bad guy's a girl, if you can't tell by now. But the bad guy has these same star tattoos or glowing birthmark things on her wrists. So she's probably from the same place that America Chavez is from. So that is this issue. And there are some things that bothered me. And I was going to say that this video is not a recommend. But then, you know what? There's kind of the beauty of getting a mini-series. You're taking a chance. I'll recommend this if you're going all in and you want this whole series and your OCD won't allow you to have some of it and not have some of the issues and not have some other issues. But, you know, the last mini-series I really enjoyed that just finished up last month was the Jean Lun Yang Shang-Chi series. 1 through 5, every issue is important, every issue is fantastic, so I'll be comparing this to that a lot. Sometimes a mini-series is better than an ongoing series because the writer is forced to tell a quick, concise story. Hopefully it's really good. It seems like this writer is going to put in a genuine effort. I believe America Chavez's origin has been retconned numerous times already. She was not made with the intention of being her own fleshed out character. She was made to be a pretty much team-up character, to appear in other people's books and teams. So, but Marvel keeps putting in an effort to pump her up. So hopefully this time it'll be done right, and they tell her story really great. I'm going in vanilla. I don't know everything about America Chavez. The art in this is fantastic, and the writing is very competent. So far, the worst thing about this book is the main character. America Chavez is very rude when she's arguing with her family. They brought up a good point about how she doesn't seem to care about the safety of her family whatsoever. And you know what? That's completely true. That's why Spider-Man has a secret identity. That's why all these heroes that try to fight bad guys have secret identities. They do it to protect their loved ones, their families. So for some reason, that's not even a thought to her. It's not even an option. And so she's just incredibly... She's a bitch. So far, she's actually the worst part about this book. I'm not really rooting for her yet, so hopefully there's a lot of great character development for her. Alright, thank you very much for checking out this video. I recommend this if you're into it. If you take a chance and a gamble and you want to jump on this 5-issue limited series, hopefully it'll be good. And you know what, if it ends up not being good, then you can blame me. Go on down to your local comic shop. Go buy some comics. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Bye.